Oi, quick one. Ever felt like you're being played and nobody's saying it out loud? Yeah, well, buckle up. Because while everyone's banging on about interest rates and avocado toast again, there's a much bigger con job happening. It's got nothing to do with your morning coffee or your rent doubling this year. Let me hit you with this. The government wants to extend their own terms. Yeah, you heard that right. Albanese and his crew reckon 3 years isn't enough, so they're pushing for 4. Sounds harmless, right? Just 1 more year. But when a politician wants more time, you better believe it's not because they want to do more for you. It's because they want to do more without you. Now, before you zone out thinking this is just some boring procedural change, let me put it this way. Imagine your dodgy landlord who keeps promising to fix the heater, but never does. At least now, you can kick him out after 3 years. Albanese wants to give that landlord a 4-year lease. No inspections, no accountability, just vibes and broken promises. And here's the kicker. They're calling it stability. Mate, if I had $1 for every time a politician promised stability and delivered chaos, I could buy a house in Sydney. Okay, maybe a shoebox in Blacktown. But you get the point. It's the same old tactic. They say they need more time to govern properly, but what have they done with the time they've already had? Hospitals are on life support. Schools are falling apart. Housing affordability? That's gone the way of the dodo. Energy bills? Up. Wages? Stuck. If 3 years isn't enough to fix any of that, why should we trust him with 4? It's like saying, hey, I burnt dinner 3 nights in a row. Give me 1 more night and promise it won't be raw chicken this time. Nah, mate, that's not how this works. And just to really rub salt in it, they want a referendum for this. Another one. After the absolute circus that was The Voice, now they want you to head back to the polls to hand over more power? Not to fix the cost of living, not to fix housing, but to make their jobs easier. Can you believe that? And don't think it's just labor. Peter Dutton is lurking in the background with that look like he's ready to pounce on the same deal. And now Susan Ley, first female leader of the Libs, congrats and all that, but guess what? She's not pushing back either. She's queuing up for the same power grab. Don't let the headlines fool you. They're all playing the same game, just wearing different jerseys. Now throw this in the mix. Trump's back in the White House. Global politics is like a bar fight waiting to happen. One wrong look and alliances get smashed. You reckon Australia's going to be immune to the chaos? Not a chance. And during all that, our leaders want less accountability. While the world's on fire, they want longer terms to hide behind. That's not leadership. That's cowardice in a suit and tie. And here's the spicy bit. You give a politician 4 years and they'll use every single one of them to push through stuff you didn't ask for. New taxes, new rules, more restrictions, more privatization, and all of it dressed up as necessary reform. Except by the time you get to vote again, the damage is already done. Think about it. 4 years is a long time. Long enough to gut public services, sell off more public land, cozy up to corporate donors, and still have a year left over to pretend they care about your vote again. It's a scam, plain and simple. And the media? Oh, they'll help sell it. Efficiency, they'll say. Governance, they'll say. But what they won't say is that 4-year terms mean fewer elections, less transparency, and more time for the political elite to do deals behind closed doors without the public breathing down their necks. Politicians love it because it means fewer awkward moments on the campaign trail and more time on junkets, ribbon cuttings, and press conferences where they say everything and nothing at the same time. Now let's talk money. Do you reckon any of this will save you cash? Lower your bills? Help your kids get into decent schools or stop your rent from eating half your paycheck? Of course not. It's not about you. It never was. It's about them locking in power and locking you out. And if this thing passes, where does it end? If 4-year terms become the new normal, what's to stop them from pushing for 5? Then fixed terms. Then no early elections. Bit by bit, the people lose their voice, and the pollies get a free pass to cruise through Parliament with barely a glance over their shoulder. That's how democracy dies. Not with a bang, but with a shrug and a nicely worded referendum leaflet. And mate, don't fall for the old line. Longer terms mean better decisions. Since when? Since when have longer political careers led to bolder leadership? It's the opposite. The longer they're in, the more they play it safe, dodge hard calls, and cozy up to lobbyists, because they know there's no vote coming soon to hold them accountable. And if you think that's cynical, look at the track record. Look at where we are now, and imagine giving them more time to do less. We've got one of the most powerful tools in a democracy, the vote. The ability to turf out useless, corrupt, or out-of-touch governments. And they want to water that down, make it less frequent, make it harder for us to say enough. And that's not reform. That's erosion. And once it starts, it doesn't stop. So here's what you do. Don't just roll over and cop it. Don't let smooth-talking politicians and shiny campaign ads convince you that less democracy is somehow progress. Push back. Ask questions. Tell your mates. Share this video. And make some bloody noise. Because if we don't, we'll wake up in a few years and realize we handed over the keys to the castle and they bricked up the door behind us. Smash that like button like you just sold your local park to a developer. Subscribe if you're sick of being treated like a speed bump on the road to Parliament privilege. And if you want to wear your protest loud and proud, grab the Can I Vote for a Kangaroo shirt. Links in the description. Stay cheeky, stay sharp, and don't let these jokers stitch up the country without a fight. Catch you in the next one.